Hello, I am Nicola Virgil Roll, Director and CEO of the National Insurance Board. As a country, we dealt with the dual challenges of Hurricane Dorian, and we continue to deal with the impacts of COVID-19. And I am so proud that so many of the staff in the National Insurance Board were among those who rose to the highest level of performance when the challenges came. The executive team of the National Insurance Board wishes to thank the entire staff of NIB who gave so graciously and so greatly during this past year. We wish we could highlight every single individual who put in the long hours. There are so many stories which show the famous NIB can-do spirit. We thank you all. Here are a few of our unsung heroes. Please help us celebrate the role they played.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Ingraham, Assistant Director with responsibility for core operations. Core operations comprises a dynamic, purpose-driven team that is made up of employees both in New Providence and the Family Islands. 3 departments that fall under core operations that I oversee are the Registration Department, Verifications, and the Short-Term Benefit Claims Departments. The Registration Department, Verifications, and Short-Term Claims Departments would be directly impacted in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian in 2019 and in late March by the COVID-19 pandemic. After Dorian, the Registration and Claims Departments kicked into high gear to replace lost national insurance cards and to process thousands of unemployment claims for survivors of the hurricane. With the onset of COVID-19 in the Bahamas, NIB moved quickly to limit as much face-to-face interaction as possible while still providing services to our customers. For the registration and verification departments, this was fairly easy. Customers were advised to make all registration requests online or by Dropbox. Upon receipt of applications, requests were processed, and when necessary, letters were emailed to registrants and registration certificates to employers and self-employed individuals. Pensioners were advised to verify online or to utilize the drop boxes once the forms were completed. For short-term benefit claim submission and payments, the process would prove to be much more involved. Given the COVID environment, claimants were asked to submit their claims via Dropbox at NIB locations throughout the country, where all claim forms would be automatically quarantined for 5 business days, or the preferred method where claims are completed and submitted online. The online submission, we discovered, was a challenge, as many claimants were unfortunately not tech-savvy. We found it necessary to adjust the procedure in place for the collection of one of the short-term benefit payments, namely the unemployment benefit. Prior to COVID-19, all unemployment checks had to be collected by the claimant. There was not an option to have funds forwarded to bank accounts, nor was there an option to have someone collect on behalf of the claimant. We made adjustments and lifted some of those restrictions, allowing payments to be sent to claimants' bank accounts and allowing authorized individuals to collect on behalf of the claimant. The forwarding of funds to bank accounts was, however, short-lived because a number of claimants provided incomplete or incorrect banking information. This significantly impacted how quickly we could actually get payments into the hands of the claimants. In instances where funds would have been sent to the incorrect bank account number, the return of funds took some time, which delayed a check payment being generated in those cases. As a result of the myriad issues faced with banking information, checks had to be generated so persons could receive their funds. We found it necessary to revert to in-person check collection in the COVID environment where face-to-face interaction was being discouraged. Our operations were shifted from headquarters in New Providence to the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium to accommodate the large number of unemployed persons collecting checks every 2 weeks. The decision to move short-term benefit check collection to the stadium was one that proved to be advantageous to the board and to our customers. The stadium had its advantages, as there was less congestion, it offered adequate parking, sufficient covered space to allow for the social distancing for thousands of customers per day, and additional space for proper setup of a triage station where customers were required to sanitize their hands and have their temperature checked. We were able to service 1,500 persons daily, with 900 of those between the hours of 9 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. The team dispatched to the National Stadium was made up of employees from various departments within the board. They had to adjust to many changes over the past months as a result of COVID-19, but they really stepped up to the plate and remained focused, committed, and resolute in their desire to serve and to do so with excellence. The core operations team understood the magnitude of the COVID situation and the awesome responsibility to do everything in their power to bring relief to thousands of claimants. After having worked tirelessly the entire week, many weekends were spent addressing queries and processing short-term benefit claims. I must say that I was most pleased with the team's response and their determination to make a difference. As a matter of fact, I beamed with immense pride each and every day. And today I am still beaming because the work has not stopped and their passion to make a difference has not been diminished in any way. Many have yet to take vacation leave and have indicated that they will not even consider taking any time off until they would have met their obligations to our claimants. I pause now to give a much-deserved shout-out to the entire team of core operations, New Providence and Family Islands, and to the NIBers from other departments who were recruited and trained to assist with the processing of thousands of unemployment claims. The National Insurance Board is the amazing organization that it is because of our employees. Kudos to the most dynamic team ever. Job very well done. You are without a shadow of a doubt the A team. We realize that nothing we have accomplished during this COVID-19 environment would have been possible had we not put all of our plans in the hands of our Heavenly Father. He has been the one leading, guiding, and directing us each step of the way. And for that, we say to God be the glory. We are confident that with Him as the team leader, we will continue to fulfill our purpose in this beautiful country we all call home.